Crisis is the resistance to change. Change is the nature of our existence. Thought, embodied in the me, is static because it can only approximate life. Change, which is movement, is dynamic and is a threat to the dominance of thought. Change contradicts thought and its center, the me. Can we embrace change and understand that it releases us from the endless repetition of thought and conditioning? Change is the only exit from ourselves. Without this embrace, we will experience the awakening of our own true nature, not as change, but as crisis. Without this embrace, we will be left with just our resistance and reaction. The dominance of thought is so great that the me center will form around this reaction of resistance. Even if the mind can no longer function and the body's health breaks down, the center, the me, will not let go. At the depth of crisis, we will try to make a deal. If we are allowed to survive, if we pull through, then things will be different. We will be better, nicer, more honest. This deal is not made with the devil. The deal is made with ourselves. We have created the crisis. We are negotiating its end. When it ceases, we will continue as before. We will not change because we cannot change. We are static, repetitive habits, the endless repetition of the thought, I am. Change is dynamic. We are static. We cannot change. We can only resist change. We resist out of fear. We try to construct our life, our relationships, our work, our families, so that we can predict and control them. We discover over and over that this is impossible. We struggle harder and harder. The discovery that this control of life is impossible becomes an ever-increasing crisis. Still, we struggle to control change. We want what is dynamic and free, what is arising spontaneously and passing away, what is impermanent to be static and controllable. But life is not that way. Fear is what drives this center, and what it fears is its own cessation. But the fact is there is nothing to fear, because there is nothing to cease. The crisis is over because there is nothing left to resist. Change is the movement of energy without hindrance. It is the echo of life itself. Change moves through us, through our habits, our resistance, our denial. Change is the truth of life. We can observe this directly, without help, without interpretation. There is nothing that we can find that stays the same. Each thought occurs and then decays. Each structure that expresses out of thought, our body, our family, our work, our society, also changes as it manifests. We cannot stop this change. Is there anything that we can find which does not change? Only thought believes otherwise. Thought is incapable of perceiving the evanescence of reality, because thought is reality and cannot observe its own nature. Our identification with this mental blind spot, this idea that life must be controlled, means that we have lost contact with change. We have lost contact with our true nature. Change is freedom. It is the end of attachment. It is the end of fear. There is nothing that binds us. There never has been.